Welcome to High Magic Practices. In our previous episode, we have just completed our examination of Saturn, the keeper of limitation and the forge of the great work itself. Now we turn to a realm altogether different in character and aim, the sphere of Jupiter, the great benefic whose descent through the heavens brings expansion, grace, and abundance into the lower worlds. In the Kabbalistic hierarchy, Jupiter rules Chesed, the fourth sephira, the sphere of divine mercy and structure, and it is through the divine name El that we commune with the intelligence of this blessed sphere. Where Saturn spoke through lead and Cassiel's stern geometry, Jupiter speaks through tin and the warmth of Tzadkiel, the angel of divine benevolence. The pentacles before us are the most auspicious in the entire grimoire. They govern not destruction or discipline, but the acquisition of honor, riches, visions, and the sheltering grace of divine protection. 7 seals compose this sphere, and we take them in sequence. The First Pentacle of Jupiter opens the door to the spirits of the sphere themselves. At its center lies a complex arrangement of divine and angelic names, each one a key to unlock a specific intelligence within the Jovian realm. The names inscribed around this pentacle are Netanel, Eheieh, Tzedkiah, and Parasiel, and among these, Parasiel bears a title of particular significance: Lord and Master of Treasures, the teacher of how to find and possess the riches hidden within the manifest world. This pentacle is the invocation itself, the call to the hierarchies of Jupiter to manifest their presence and their aid. When we inscribe this symbol and speak the names with intention and reverence, we are not commanding, we are asking, in the manner proper to the benignant spirits of the fourth sephira, to become instruments through which Jovian abundance may flow. With the Second Pentacle, we advance from invocation to elemental working. Its centerpiece is a hexagram, the 6-pointed star that represents the marriage of the upward and downward triangles, the reconciliation of the microcosm and macrocosm. Within the hexagram sits the name Eheieh, pronounced Eheieh, the very first name of God as it appears in Kether, the crown of the tree of life. Here is the extraordinary move. The second reaches upward to the highest sphere and brings its force downward through Jupiter, grounding the infinite in the particular. The upper and lower angles of the hexagram bear the name AB, the Father, while the remaining 4 angles carry Yod-He, Vav-He, the Tetragrammaton. Its reach is correspondingly wide, encompassing the acquisition of glory, honors, dignities, and riches. And beyond these, the great tranquility of mind that comes when the ego aligns with divine will. It serves, too, to discover treasures and chase away the spirits who guard them, those jealous entities who would hoard what belongs to our operation. The hexagram here is no accident. It is the seal of Eheieh, the heart sphere, projected downward into Chesed to create a bridge between the individual will and the universal beneficence. Authority and compulsion define the Third Pentacle. When invoked spirits appear, sometimes their nature is obscure, sometimes their obedience is uncertain. This seal exists precisely for that moment of testing. It bears the magical seal of Jupiter, the sigil which concentrates the planetary force into geometric order, and upon it are inscribed the letters Yod-He, Vav-He. Below this sits the seal of the intelligence of Jupiter, and the great names Adonai and Yod-He, Vav-He. Its office is direct, defending and protecting those who invoke, and when spirits arrive in visible or perceptible form, compelling their immediate and absolute obedience. It is a pentacle of sovereignty, shown to the spirits as one shows credentials to a servant who questions our authority. In this it mirrors the Fifth Pentacle of Saturn we examined previously, each planet keeping its operational protection seal, its assurance that the spirits understand themselves to be serving the will of the operator. Of all 7, the Fourth Pentacle is the most exacting in its conditions. We are told that it must be engraved not upon tin, the standard metal of Jupiter, but upon silver, the metal of the moon, in the day and hour of Jupiter, when Jupiter itself stands in the sign of Cancer. This is one of very few instances in the Key of Solomon where the grimoire specifies an astrological election for a particular pentacle, marking its operation as unusually sensitive to celestial timing. Cancer is the sign of Jupiter's exaltation, the placement in which the great benefic stands at its most generous. Because the alignment recurs only across the long arc of Jupiter's orbit, the operator who waits for it inscribes the seal at the rarest peak of Jovian strength. The silver plate, drawn from the moon's metal, grounds that abundance in the receptive and reflective register, even as the hour and the sign belong wholly to Jupiter. The pentacle bears the name of the angel Parasiel, set beside Adoniel and the divine name Yah, and its purpose is to acquire riches and honor. Its precise conditions remind us that we are not invoking a general Jovian principle, but waiting for an exact alignment, one in which the planet's own dignity amplifies the working immeasurably. Around the pentacle we have the Psalm 112 that says, "Wealth and riches are in his house, and his righteousness endures forever." The fifth pentacle turns from acquisition to perception. Upon it is borne the figure of Jacob's ladder, that celestial staircase which ascended through the heavens in the patriarch's vision, with angels ascending and descending upon it. This image is the gateway between worlds, the path upon which consciousness may travel from the material to the divine, and perceive what lies beyond ordinary sense. It serves one end above all, assured prophetic vision. And here the word assured is vital. This is not speculation or hope. It is the promise that the operator will see what they wish to see. This represents a fundamental shift from the earlier pentacles of Jupiter, where the first addresses petition, the second addresses attainment through will, and the third addresses authority. The fifth opens the internal eye. We move from Jupiter, the giver of external goods, to Jupiter, the revealer of internal truth. The ladder itself connects all the Sephiroth, suggesting that Jovian vision encompasses the totality of the manifest and unmanifest worlds simultaneously. Shelter and peace are the gift of the Sixth Pentacle. In the arms of its cross stand the names of the four rulers of the elements, Seraph, Cherub, Ariel, and Tharsis, and around it runs a versicle from Psalm 22. It answers one need, protection against all earthly dangers, granted, the grimoire tells us, to the one who regards it each day with devotion and repeats the surrounding verse, "Thus shall the bearer never perish." This is Jupiter in its most universal and protective aspect, the grace that surrounds all who truly call upon it. In a grimoire that often focuses on specific acquisitions and specific operations, this pentacle stands out for its simplicity and its comprehensiveness. One does not invoke it to gain a particular treasure. One invokes it to walk in safety through a world full of hazards both known and hidden. It is the guardian pentacle, the ward that whispers to the chaos of the manifest world. This bearer is protected by the divine grace of Jupiter, and no harm shall befall them. The seventh and last pentacle completes the series, and it does so by facing directly the want that all this abundance answers. It bears the mystical characters of Jupiter, and the grimoire grants it two joined powers. The first is great power against poverty, drawn down by considering the seal with devotion and repeating its versicle, taken from Psalm 130 that says, "Lifting the poor out of the mire, and raising the needy from the dunghill, that they may be set among princes." The second returns us to a motif that has run through the whole sphere. It serves to drive away those spirits who guard hidden treasures, and to discover the same. Where the second pentacle chased away the spirits, who preside over treasures so that wealth already present might be uncovered, the seventh turns that same operation against the condition of lack itself. Here we see a profound contrast with the seventh pentacle of Saturn, which we encountered in our previous episode. Saturn's seventh invoked the angelic hierarchy to bring about earthquakes and destruction, unleashing the tremendous forces of divine judgment and upheaval. Jupiter's seventh, by contrast, invokes the spirits to dissolve the grip of want itself. Both are operations of celestial power. Both work through the angelic and spiritual hierarchies. But where Saturn operates through force, Jupiter operates through benevolence. The spirits of Jupiter do not destroy poverty through violence, but transmute it through the activation of genuine abundance, the abundance that was always present, but hidden beneath the illusion of lack. Read together, these 7 seals reveal something about the character of Hexed itself. The sphere of mercy does not express its abundance only by heaping wealth and honor upon the operator. Its final and highest seal works instead by subtraction, dissolving the condition of want at its root. Jupiter gives, but its deepest gift is the removal of lack, and that is a mercy of a different order than mere increase. Well, that is it for today. In the next episode, you will get introduced to Mars' pentacles, Gevurah, the 5th sephira of severity and strength, governed by Elohim Gibor, with Raphael as its intelligence and Parasiel as its spirit. 7 pentacles stand there, including one of the most paradoxical in the entire grimoire, the pentacle of Mars that heals disease rather than inflicting it. The sword of Gevurah cuts in more directions than one. If you find value in this study of Solomonic Magick and its pentacles, please like and subscribe to the Eheieh Magic Practices channel and help sustain this work. To those who support us through Patreon, thank you. Every episode in this series exists because of that commitment, and we do not take it lightly. May Hexed open before all our Jovian workings, and the grace of Eheieh attend our petitions. May the blue light of expansion and abundance descend through the names of Jupiter to those who hold these pentacles with understanding.